and welcome to another Teacher's Corner. I'm Teacher Kirby, and this time we are following up on the beginning fleet video with Defera run. Defera is a common run done to earn fleet marks. It'll give you a little over 200 fleet marks, and one shot takes about 20 minutes to do. You can do it on either side, either Federation or KDF, and with the exception of Romulan characters, you can go to Defera and do these runs right out of the character creator. Alright, so I'm here at Ganalda Station. I'm going to transwarp. Once you have earned Tier 1 in the Omega reputation, you get a transwarp straight to the Defera system. You see it here, and boom. And I'm going to transwarp there. So for my Defera run, I have actually teamed up with other people. You do need to have a team of at least 3. So I've got my merry cohorts here. I have Steve. Say hi, Steve.
Hi, Steve.
And J-Dog. Say woof.
Woof.
And Rabin. Say hi, Rabin.
Hello.
There she is. Okay.
SW
And so when I come into Defera,
Phantom Elite
you see
Squad
I
on the
have 2 choices here. Actually, give me a second. I forgot to mute all my other TeamSpeak.
Sound muted. Sound muted.
Okay. We won't have any unpleasantness there with our sounds. Okay. So now you see I have 2 choices. I have beam down to Defera and enter Defera invasion zone. I want the invasion zone, and I want to have all of my team on the same map. And we can see my team sitting over there on the left-hand side, doing the fan dance, jumping up and down, doing the Ferengi dance, and being normal things. Alright, so I'm going to talk for just a second about the setup that I have here. I'm an engineer. Engineer is pretty much king on Defera. They're the easiest way to get through the content, as I'm sure my guys here will agree, especially Raven.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, definitely.
Definitely. Engineer is king. You can almost do some of these hard missions, which is what we're going to go through. Almost solo them with an engineer that is properly set up. So on my engineer, let me pull up my status. So I have here the TR-116 rifle. This rifle will go through shields, and the Borg, who I'm going to be fighting, do not adapt to it. So that is why I have the TR-116. Okay. As far as my kit modules, I have a biotech turret. This is a general turret. You can get it off the exchange. It comes out of the Undine lockbox, and it has a great knockback, which is why I'm using it. I also have a quantum mortar. Mortars are really great during especially one of the missions here. So mortars are really good for that one. So I have at least 1 mortar, and it is a quantum mortar, has good range, and so that one. And then the medical generator. There are times when you will need, or when it will be useful to have, a medical generator. I'm also using Chronoton Mine Barrier. Trust me, you'll see why we need this one. Every engineer you are bringing down to Defera should have a chronoton mine barrier and transphasic bomb. These two, the transphasic bomb and the chronoton mine barrier, are an absolute non-negotiable must if you are bringing your engineer down to Defera. Any comments, arguments from the peanut gallery?
Just don't forget about what's the name I'm trying to think of? Frequency remodulation.
Yes. Well, you don't need that if you're using the TR116. But J-Dog is right. If you are not using the TR116, you most definitely need a frequency remodulator. You can get a frequency remodulator from your replicator. It is the very first item. It is right here, and if you put that on your, let me replicate one, and you put that on your device tab, and there we go, I'll switch out that one for it. You put out your frequency remodulator. When you see the word adapted over the Borg, you have to hit your frequency remodulator, and it allows your weapons to then do damage again to the Borg. But in order to avoid having to do this, that is why I'm using a TR116B, because the Borg do not adapt to that weapon. Thank you for reminding me about that, J-Dog. Any other comment? Go ahead.
They could also the honor guard set from the reputation, or any other kinetic weapons like the shotguns or something like that too.
Yeah, so anything that is kinetic or uses kinetic damage, the Borg will not adapt to that. So that is why, again, TR116, also the shotgun rifle, the oh lord, the Cochrane.
Yeah, Cochrane shotgun.
Because that from Cochrane shotgun is also another good one to have as a secondary if you're going to use a secondary that you're going to switch to. I'm actually using a secondary for a set bonus. Okay. So that is my setup here. Now we're going to go around and get all the missions. And what you're looking for are the hard missions. So I'm going to go up to Captain Weck. Now this first one, which we call Probe, it is actually possible for Probe to complete without you actually doing anything, because if another team completes it, then it will complete for every team on the map. Now I'm looking for just the red missions, and it is also possible to take some of the yellow missions, what's mine is mine, and conflicted orders. You can take, and you may not complete them on one run, but if you're going to come around a lot, then it may be a good idea to take them, and every once in a while you'll complete them, because your team will kind of do a partial completion every time you, and we'll talk about that later on when it's appropriate, but every time you do certain things, it'll add one or two to whatever it is you're trying to do. And then you just want the red power plant for this. And then for city, we're going to knowledge is key, and we're going to take that. Alright. Alright, so we have all our red or hard mission. Looks pretty dead around here tonight. And you see, we're just all ramped and ready to go. So most groups, most pickup groups that do this here, and most of the time you just beam in and you just ask for looking for group, KDF side, whatever. You do have to be faction specific. and they'll pick up. So most of the groups will start by going to temple. Now, so since that's what they do, that's the way we're going to do it tonight. I usually like to start out at city, but most groups go to temple. So the way you start, you all team up and you take the transporter to the temple. Now you noticed I took a couple extra missions, so we're going to talk about that on the way over. Alright, so we've taken, now we're going to go to the left, and we're going to, oh, rubber banding. We're going to go down, and we're going to try to avoid things, but we don't always. This area is actually pretty hard to avoid things, but you notice these, we're going to have to kill them. So once we kill everything we have to around here. Now the priests are dead. Not dead, but at least they've been beamed off. So those priests count for conflicted orders, one of the medium missions. So even though I didn't beam them off, one of my teammates did. So that counts for me. So I can just keep that mission and let it tick off. And eventually, one of the times I come here, I'm going to get my 30 and it's going to go. And I'm going to get, what, 30 extra fleet marks for it? And that's just doing nothing extra. Just doing what we got to do to get to our thing. Alright. So one of my teammates is going to the top because you have to go to the very tip top of this in order to start it. And since I'm the engineer, I'm going to, but I will show you. I'm going to go up top and show you where you have to go. Alright, so up top, you have to come up top. There we go. And you have to come up here. And you have to activate this console. Don't do it yet, Steve. Hello. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. There we go. Okay. So Steve's up there. He's going to wait for my say-so to activate the console because nothing happens until I do that. Now, you will see there is, now I have my mines and my bombs. So first thing I'm going to do as the engineer, I know where they're going to beam in or whereabouts. So I'm going to place a set of mines here at the foot of the stairs and another set of mines here at the other foot of the stairs. Now the thing to remember with temple, they're always going to be going up. So if you're not quite where they beam in, they're going to be moving up. So always work on placing them farther up than they need to be if you're not sure. Alright, so I've got my two mines set and I'm going to put my turret there and then I'm going to move to right here, which is the next place I'm going to set my mines, and I'm going to say go Steve because I now have a limited amount of time once I've set my things up. Hit it,
do you
Steve.
want me to actually
Yes.
go? All right.
Yes, hit it. Hit it, Steve. Okay, so my bombs have exploded. And because of our lack of communication there, that's okay. We'll get it. We'll get it. But you will see that most of the things exploded. And okay. So the reason I stay up there, because the next thing I'm going to be doing is setting more mines and bombs. So I'm setting mines. Now I'm busy this whole time. I'm ahead of the game. I'm not firing a shot, but I am getting ready for the next thing that's going. And I know I'm gonna have mines there, my bomb, boom. I set my next mine or mines there, and then I come up. Once I hear them, boom, my mines just exploded on the stairs. Thing to remember, you can only have 2 sets of mines out at a time, so you always have to make sure. Okay, and 1 set of mines there, and they should be beaming in right about now in the center. And again, important to remember that you're keeping ahead as the engineer of what's going on. And you'll see with my timing right, I just about have it down to where I'm looking and they are beaming in right about now. Oh, I'm off a little. There they go. Bomb was off just a bit. That's okay. Alright. Here we go. And there we go. 3, 2. And I kill them all on sight. And I'm gonna set up. And 3, 2, 1, and time for one more set. Come on, beam in, beam in. So you see temple is nice and calm with an engineer, and here we go, and there we go. So this again is I shouldn't say again, but this is one of those things that is quite easy with an engineer. Now trust me, if there was no engineer, and I'm sure you guys will back me up on this, that it is not that easy. Now what we've noticed is there's nothing, oh, there it goes. We have to wait until it actually ends. There's a timer on it. Okay, so we can now take our reward, and there we go. And we get a bunch of Omega marks and a bunch of 60 fleet marks for that. Now we're going to go down to where most people do probe, because you will notice it has not finished. So we come down to the middle stairs of temple, and basically we're following Steve. And there's one right here. There's a little cove type thing. We're just gonna climb the wall. It's easier. There we go. Now again, as an engineer, and Steve's already on it, somewhere right around this area, we're just gonna pepper this hill with mines and bomb and mines again, and maybe put up a couple turrets on the way back. Now you can argue this makes it really easy. It does. And anybody who can, just go ahead and hit it. This is the thing that you hit, and it spawns in the great big Gorn. Now this is one of the things my orbital chasing beam will help with, and boom. Now that is probe. That is the one that will complete for everyone on the map once we've finished it, as we just have. And done. Okay. And now we come out, run over this way, and now we're running towards the power plant. Now you'll see we run past some Borg over here. Don't worry about them. They're just focused on their thing. They're going to ignore you. So don't bother trying to shoot them. And we're following Steve again. Steve knows where she's going. That's Raven's character. And here we go to the power plant. Now you will see people sometimes just jump right over the edge, and that's fine. I'm talking, so I'm gonna not do that. Now when we get here, there are 3 levels. We are going to sub-level 3 or hard. Alright, so the other thing that's important for this, so this is power plant. Now there's 3 rooms here, left, right, and middle. All are the same. It doesn't matter which you go into. I usually go straight for middle. Now the important thing here, 2 important cardinal rules. 1, make sure your whole team is inside before you start it. Okay? 2, nobody starts it yet. And 2, once you have started it, do not, for the love of God, respawn. If you respawn, you will respawn outside of the room. The reason I say make sure everybody's in the room, a force field will go up at the point of entry, at the door, and will not allow anyone who is not already in the room to enter. Okay? When you respawn, if you respawn, you will respawn outside of said force field. Okay? So, make sure everybody's in the room. Don't respawn. Okay, so for this one, basically, there's a Borg in the center. She's going to come out. You kill her to about half health. She's going to go back in the center. There's Borg that's going to come down these ramps here. You kill them. And then she's going to come back out. When she comes back out, these lovely little turrets here will start shooting everything in Kingdom Come. You have to kill the Borg in the center and then kill the turrets. Now, remember I said the quantum mortar was good for something? This is it. Quantum mortar is really good for this mission because the quantum mortar will shoot those turrets once they go active through the force field. Handy little tip. So if you have a quantum mortar, put it out in the corner there. Now, for your engineers, put out 1 set of mines and a transphasic bomb right about the middle. That's how far your thing will come. And everybody ready?
Ready.
Ready?
Alrighty.
Ready.
Hit it. Alright. And she's coming out. Now you don't want to give her or lose too much health with her, which is why I'm just using, there we go. So with just that 1 set of mine, and my bomb, she's going back into the middle, which is what I want. Now I'm going to come and take this guy here. I'm just going to set a set of mine. Dead. Now from about this, I can help out some of my teammates with my TR-116, which is really nice. Alright. And then I'm going to take care of her with, come on, with that. Now that I know she's being taken care of, I'm going to come up. Oh, we got a nice little bug. Was it a bug or did all the turrets get killed? Sometimes there is a bug that once you kill the middle Borg, the whatever number she is of 12, that you get your goodie and then you can go. That's a lovely little bug. We like that bug. Okay. So we take our goodie and again we get another 60 fleet marks and there we go. And now we can leave. And out we go. And of course we're gonna head out. We're gonna return to the surface. We're coming up and we're gonna go to the right. And we're gonna head to city. Now I know it takes a little while to learn ways around here. Trust me, as many times as we've all done this, we know it. Alright.
This map is painful.
It can be.
Yeah, and I've noticed a lot of pug groups lately. They'll just hop onto the transporter pad, transport back to the base camp, and then come in from the base camp into the city.
Okay. That is one way to do it.
Aw.
Did somebody not get ignored?
Cannon.
Okay. So now we talk about the other bug. With city, city can sometimes be bugged. Now there's a way to tell if an alcove in city is bugged. There are 4 of these. Don't start it. There are 4 of these alcoves, like similar to this. And if you see that there are 3 drones, 1, 2, 3, in every set of the outer alcoves, 1, 2, 3, 4, yay, then you have what, oops, patrol. Then you have what's considered to be a good cove or a good room. And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We are good. We have a good room, which is good because that means I get to show you the good room or the actual running. Okay. So as the engineer, you're going to place mines along. Oh, it's been so long since I've had a good room. I know it's the one with 5, it's the one with 3, right? Oh, I can do one with 3. And then a turret on the other one. You got it?
Yeah.
Okay. Now the other thing to remember, and this is what the medical generator can be used for, is that whoever starts this particular mission, whoever clicks this upload uplink virus, that's the one all these Borg are going to come after till the end of the mission. So make sure you can handle it if you click it. Okay? And so, yeah. Alright. Looks like we got all the... Okay. So, first you kill all the Borg that come out, which we did. And then, yeah, we got them all. Then you go around, you will see there are Defera that are twitching. Okay, so we have to save them. Now, you'll also notice there are Defera that are not twitching. As the engineer, you're looking for those, because those are the ones that are going to come out in the next round. So you're going to put your mines there as your teammates are going around and taking out these newly assimilated Defera. Okay? You can go around and help as well. But you're going to want to make sure that your mines are freshly planted with these newly assimilated Defera. The other thing you can do is go around and looking for, there's a tactical drone. Plant that turret with all the knockback right in front of it. That'll keep him in that cove. There's a tactical drone on each side. So on the other side, at least I think there is. Yep, there is. So you can have one person stashed on the other side looking out for that. We still got a twitcher over here. Who's getting the twitchers?
Is it just the one
There we
left?
go. I think so. Alright, fresh mines. Who's got him? Who's got it? Go ahead and take it out. And that starts phase 2. So phase 2, the partially assimilated Defera come out. And we want to make sure they are all killed, because there are some. There we go. Alright, and make sure all these tactical drones are inactive. Good. Alright, now phase 3 of this mission is pretty easy. The fully assimilated Defera are going to come out. Now you want, as the engineer, you want your mines in front of the set of 2. There's also a third one that's going to come out. That is over there. Now, the thing to remember here, make sure whoever started the mission is protected at the time when that last Borg dies, because if they are not, you will not get your goodie as the team, so you'll have to do another set. Now, if you run into a place or a time when there are no good alcoves, when they're all bugged, as we say, then all you have to do is start the mission, and it just waits 7 minutes. After the 7 minutes, it will do the final phase, and then you pick up your goodie. Any comments, tips, tricks that I forgot, guys?
I think you've got it about covered.
Raven will tell you I'm very used to teaching.
Yep. One thing I would suggest is, if you're at tier 5 in the Delta rep, to use the concussive tachyon emission trait, because that's pretty effective against large groups of Borg.
Yeah. And that is just to, that's the, oh goodness. Which one was that again? Counter command, wasn't it? No.
Delta rep.
Delta, thank you. My brain just went sideways. So yeah, that's a concussive tachyon emission. It is, if I remember, that is simply kinetic damage. It does take away shields, but that's not really an issue if you're using the TR116. But yeah, that is a good one. It also has a really good knockback on your enemies, so yeah, that's an excellent trick. So it will and we should get out of here because patrols are gonna come by and keep going with, so we can run straight through here. As I said, there are 4 rooms. Room 2. Room 3, we're taking what seems to be the scenic route, but trust me.
Personal shield losing power.
There we go. Turned off my gun. Remember, if you have auto fire on the ground turned on, remember to not turn off your auto fire, but press the firing once again so that it does not continue to fire when you don't want it to. And there we go. And so we have, if you notice, we have 240 fleet marks for not that much work. And so this has been a Teacher's Corner, the Defera run. And if you like what you see, hit like and subscribe. Consider becoming a patron as Steve launches off a rocket. You can hear the discussion of Teacher's Corner live every Saturday night on the Pilot Review Show, 10 p.m. Eastern. We hope to see you there. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night, guys.
Good night, guys.
You stay classy.